Is Jeff Bezos really buying Vogue? Not for business, not for profit, but as a wedding gift for his new wife, Lauren Sánchez? Yeah, that's the rumor, and it's got the internet in a chokehold. Because we're not talking about a custom watch or a luxury island. We're talking about buying an entire fashion empire just to say, I love you. The whispers started just days after their $50 million wedding in Venice. Suddenly, Lauren Sánchez, former TV anchor and helicopter pilot, is gracing the cover of Vogue, wearing a custom Dolce Gabbana gown handpicked by none other than Anna Wintour. And that's when people started asking, wait, what's really going on here? Because here's the thing, Bezos doesn't do small gestures. This is the guy who bought the most expensive house in LA, launched himself into space, and casually dropped billions on climate projects buying Vogue? Honestly, that tracks. And if you think it's far-fetched, consider this. Condé Nast, the parent company of Vogue, has been going through internal shakeups. Anna Wintour just stepped down as U.S. editor-in-chief. Layoffs, restructuring. People started connecting the dots. And then came the leaks. Sources claiming that Anna herself might be brokering the deal. Estimates around $5 billion, all supposedly for Lauren. Now sure, Condé Nast is publicly denying the rumors. Bezos's reps are calling it nonsense. But come on, when has that ever stopped a billionaire? Because here's the truth no one wants to say out loud. Jeff Bezos doesn't just write checks, he rewrites industries. And if this rumor is true, even if it's just half true, then this isn't just about a wedding gift. It's about Bezos stepping into fashion's most powerful arena. And Lauren Sánchez, she's no longer just the bride. She might be the face of his next empire. So, is Bezos really buying Vogue? Stick around, because what we found next changes everything. Just days, literally days after tying the knot in Venice, Lauren Sánchez did something that sent shockwaves through both the fashion and media world. She landed the digital cover of Vogue. Not just any cover, not some casual feature. A major moment, styled by none other than Anna Wintour herself. You heard that right. The same Anna Wintour who for decades has curated fashion's elite. The same Anna who rarely, if ever, gives up that kind of spotlight, handed it to Lauren Sánchez. Just like that. And here's where things get weird. The timing? Too perfect. The dress? Custom Dolce & Gabbana. The shoot? Reportedly pre-planned before the wedding weekend even began. And the backdrop? Lauren glowing, styled in full bridal glam mode, like Vogue was ready to launch her as fashion royalty the moment she said I do. Now, to be clear, Vogue doesn't just hand out covers like wedding favors. These are reserved for icons, Beyoncé, Michelle Obama, Rihanna. And suddenly, Lauren Sánchez, former news anchor turned helicopter pilot, is on the cover within days of marrying Jeff Bezos. This wasn't a coincidence. This was precision PR. It looked like a torch was being passed, or maybe a kingdom being handed over. And then the rumors started spinning even faster. Was Anna Wintour ushering in Lauren as the next face of modern fashion influence? Because remember, Anna had just quietly stepped down as U.S. editor-in-chief. She's still overseeing global operations, sure. But why now? Why time her exit with Lauren's debut? It's almost as if Vogue wasn't just featuring Lauren, it was introducing her as something bigger, as someone about to wield serious influence. And whether you love her, hate her, or still think of her as Jeff Bezos' girlfriend, this cover changed the narrative. Lauren Sánchez isn't just showing up to the party anymore. She might be hosting it, but if this was all part of a bigger play, then what's next? Because this Vogue moment wasn't the end of the story. It might have been the opening move. Here's where things take a wild turn. Right after Lauren Sánchez stunned on the Vogue cover, rumors started to explode online. Not about the dress, not about the guest list, but about ownership. Because according to insiders and celebrity gossip sites, Jeff Bezos wasn't just pulling wedding stunts. He might have been orchestrating a $5 billion media takeover. That's right. Word on the street is Bezos is eyeing Condé Nast, the company behind Vogue, The New Yorker, Vanity Fair, GQ, basically, the high fashion and elite media mothership. And not just as a business move. The claim? This might be his wedding gift to Lauren Sánchez. Yeah, you heard that. Not a yacht, not a private island, a media empire. Think about how insane that is. Forget diamond rings. Forget designer gowns. This rumor is saying Bezos might have dropped billions just to hand his new wife the keys to fashion's most powerful kingdom. And guess who's reportedly helping broker the deal? None other than Anna Wintour herself. According to whispers from inside the industry, Anna, who just stepped down as US Vogue's editor-in-chief, isn't just retiring quietly. She's allegedly guiding this whole thing from behind the scenes. A chess master making her final move. Okay, so let's bring it back to reality for a second. Because while the internet is on fire with talk of Jeff Bezos casually buying Vogue as a wedding gift, the truth? It's a little less outrageous, but still jaw-droppingly extra. According to page 6, Bezos gifted Lauren Sánchez a diamond necklace and matching earrings reportedly worth somewhere between $3 to $5 million. Yep, you heard that right. Millions on jewelry. This wasn't just a last-minute trip to Cartier either. These were custom-designed, jaw-dropping pieces, dripping in elegance, and perfectly timed for their ultra-exclusive, star-studded wedding in Venice. Now here's where it gets even more interesting. Despite the over-the-top venue, the private gondolas, and guests like Oprah, Kim Kardashian, and Leonardo DiCaprio floating through the ceremony like it was the Oscars, Bezos and Sánchez did something unexpected. They asked guests not to bring gifts. Instead, they encouraged everyone to donate to local Venetian charities. Yeah, that's right. The couple reportedly said, no gifts. Give to the community instead. Which in the middle of a wedding estimated to have cost over $50 million, actually adds a layer of surprising humility. So on one hand, you've got a private diamond collection worth more than most people's homes. And on the other, a push to give back, right in the heart of Venice. It's kind of a classic Bezos move. High-level flex, with just enough philanthropy sprinkled in to keep the headlines positive. And let's not forget, this is the same man who spent $500 million on a mega yacht just a couple years ago. So dropping a few million on jewelry, that's pocket change. But compared to the swirling Vogue takeover rumors, this actual gift, jewels, not journalism, gives the story a whole new angle. Was it lavish? Absolutely. Did it shake up the media world? Not quite. Still, it raises a big question. Was the jewelry the real gift, or just the opening act for something way bigger? Okay, let's hit pause for a second. Because while the idea of Jeff Bezos buying Vogue as a wedding gift sounds like the ultimate billionaire flex, not everyone's convinced it's even possible, let alone true. The rumors lit up the internet like wildfire, but then came the reality check. Condé Nast, the parent company behind Vogue, came out swinging. Their official stance? We're not for sale. Straightforward, firm. But here's the thing. When a company says it's not for sale, it usually means one of two things. Either they really aren't, or they're negotiating behind closed doors and don't want to spook investors or staff. And right now, a lot of people are side-eyeing that denial. Because let's talk about timing. Just weeks before Lauren Sánchez appeared on Vogue's July cover, wearing a custom Dolce Gabbana gown handpicked by Anna Wintour, there were massive internal shakeups happening behind the scenes. Layoffs, restructuring, streamlining across multiple Condé Nast brands. That doesn't prove a sale is coming, but it definitely feels like a company preparing to make a major move, or at least make themselves look lean and sellable. Then there's the chatter that Anna Wintour herself might be playing matchmaker between Bezos and the publishing giant. That part? Still pure speculation. Bezos insiders, meanwhile, are calling the whole story totally untrue. They say there's no deal, no plan, no Vogue acquisition, even though Bezos has a well-known taste for big, splashy purchases. But guess who's having the most fun with this rumor? Reddit, that's right. Online threads have turned this story into a meme fest. Some users joke that Bezos is just bored of buying yachts and now wants to collect fashion magazines instead. Others said he's trying to get Lauren into the Met Gala's inner circle, the easy way. And of course, the snark was next level. One person wrote, "Imagine buying your wife's way into Vogue instead of just getting her a Birkin like a normal billionaire." So is this rumor dead in the water? Not exactly. Because even if there's no deal today, the idea is officially out there. And when you're worth over $200 billion, nothing's ever truly off the table. So, let's connect the dots. Jeff Bezos marries Lauren Sánchez in a $50 million Venice spectacle. She lands the digital cover of Vogue just days later, styled by Anna Wintour herself. Rumors swirl that Bezos wants to buy Vogue's parent company, Condé Nast, as a wedding gift. He actually gives her a multi-million-dollar diamond set and asks guests to donate to Venetian charities. The company says it's not for sale. Bezos' team denies everything, but online buzz refuses to die. Now here's the big question. What if there's more truth to this than we think? Think about it. Jeff Bezos already revolutionized how we shop. He controls massive data, global logistics, and media reach through Amazon and the Washington Post. If he steps into high fashion, with Vogue as the crown jewel, you're talking about a whole new empire. Instant access to A-list celebrity culture, direct control over fashion media narratives, a runway for Lauren Sánchez to launch her own influence, and maybe, just maybe, a new Amazon fashion hybrid unlike anything we've seen. Imagine a world where your Vogue cover look is one-click shoppable on Amazon. Oh, you like that Dolce and Gabbana dress Lauren wore? Add to cart. This isn't just gossip. It's a possible glimpse into the future of fashion, tech, and power. So we'll ask you this. Could this be the start of Amazon's fashion empire? Or is it just a flashy rumor with perfectly timed PR? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Like if you think it's real. Subscribe for more billionaire drama breakdowns and media power moves. Because in a world where billionaires buy rockets, yachts, and entire newsrooms, buying Vogue might just be the next logical step.